Hare Krishna, is the voice clear?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, please
The sloka.
संस्कृत वर्ड प्लीज भेजिए माताजी।
What?
संस्कृत का वो जो लैंग्वेज है ना वो भेजिए।
That is there on the screen.
Yes.
I'll make it little small. Indra uvacha
इंद्रवाच
idam api achyuta vishwabhavanam
Idam apyachyut vishwabhavanam
vapur anandakaram manodrisham
vapur anandkaram
puravidvid kshapanayr udhayutair
suravidvitkshana shapakshnir udayudher
puravidvir kshapanayr udhayutair
suravidvitkshpanir udayudher
puja dandair upapannam astabi
bhujadandir upapannam ashtabhihi.
Indra uvacha
Indra uvacha
idam api achyuta vishwabhavanam
idam apyachyut vishwabhavanam
vapur anandakaram manodrisham
vapur anandakaram manodrisham
puravidvir kshapanayr udhayutair
suravidvitkshpanir udayudher
pujadandair upapannam astabihi
bhujadandir upanam ashtabhihi.
Indra uvacha
Indra uvacha
idam api achyuta vishwabhavanam
idam apyachyut vishwabhavanam
vapur anandakaram manodrisham
vapur anandakaram manodrisham
puravidvir kshapanayr udhayutair
suravidvitkshpanir udayudher
pujadandair upapannam astabihi
bhujadandir upapannam ashtabhihi.
Indra uvacha idam api achyuta vishwabhavanam vapur anandakaram manodrisham suravidvir kshapanayr udhayute pujadandair upapannam astabihi. Anyone likes to chant? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandava Pranam. Indra uvacha idam api achyut vishwabhavanam vapuranandakaram manodrisham survidvikshapanir udayudhir bhujadandir upapannam ashtabhihi. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Indra uvacha idam api achyuta vishwabhavanam vapur anandakaram manodrusham suravidvikshapanairudaयुधैर् bhujadandairupapannam ashtabhihi. Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranam.
Indruvacha idam api achyuta vishwabhavam vapur anandakaram manodrisham suravidvishapanair udayudair bhujadandair upapanam ashtabhi.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Indra uvacha idam payachita visvabhavanam vapuranandakaram manodhisam survidyakshapane rudayude bhujadande rupapannam ashtabhi.
प्रणाम माताजी। इंद्र उवाच इदम अपि उच्यत विश्वभावनम वपुरानंदकरम मनोदृशम शूरभिदिष्टोष्ठनपनैरुदायुधोई भुजो दंडो रूपपन्नम अष्टभिः। थैंक यू माताजी।
Hare Krishna Mataji. Indira uvacha itamap achyutam vishwabhavanam vapuranandakaram manodrisham suraviddattashanapana rudrariyude purja dande rupapanna ashtami. Hare Krishna. Thank you Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Indra uvacha idam api achyuta vishwabhavanam vapurānandakaram manodrisham उदय विधिर भुजादंडेरुपपन्नम अष्टभिः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी। थैंक यू माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। इंद्र उवाच इदमपि अच्युत विश्वभावनं वपुरानन्दकरं मनोदृशां सुरविद्विक्षपणैरुदायुधैर्भुजदण्डैरुपपन्नम् अष्टभिः. Thank you,
हरे
Mataji.
कृष्ण माताजि इन्द्र उवाच इदम् अप्यच्युत विश्वभावनं वपुरानन्दकरं मनोदृशां सुरविद्विक्षपणैरुदायुधैर्भुजदण्डै उपपन्नम् अष्टभिः. कृष्ण माताजि.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. इन्द्र उवाच इदम् अपि अच्युतं विश्वभावनं वापुरनन्दं करं मनोदिशं सुरद्विद्विषापनम् उद्धायुधे भुजादण्डे उपापन्नम् अस्तभिः. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. थैंक यू.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी इन्द्र उवाच इदमपि अच्युत विश्वभावनं वपुरानन्दकरं मनोदृशां सुरविद्विषपणैरुदायुधैः सुरविद्विष भुजादण्डे
Hare Krishna. These names. Indra Uvacha, King Indra said, Idam, this, certainly, Achyuta, O infallible one, Vishwabhavanam, for the welfare of the universe, Vapuhu, transcendental form, Anandakaram, cause of pleasure, Manadrisham, to the mind and the eyes, Suravidvid, envious of your devotees, Shapanai, by punishment, with arms, Upapannam, possessed of, Ashtabihi, with 8. Translation. King Indra said, My dear Lord, transcend each hands, weapon, each of them appears for the welfare of the entire universe, and is very pleased with the mind and eyes. In such a form, your Lordship is always prepared to punish the demons envious of your devotees. King Indra said, My dear Lord, your transcendental form, with 8 hands and weapons, in each of them appears for the welfare of the entire universe, and it is very pleasing to the mind and eyes. In such a form, your Lordship is always prepared to punish the demons who are envious of your devotees. Anyone like to read the purport? Yes, Madhav Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Damra Pranam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is generally understood from revealed scriptures that Lord Vishnu appears with 4 hands. But in this particular sacrificial arena, Lord Vishnu arrived with 8 hands. King Indra said, Even though we are accustomed to see your 4-handed Vishnu form, this appearance with 8 hands is as real as the 4-handed form. As Lord Brahma had said, to realize the transcendental form of the Lord is beyond the power of the senses. In reply to that statement by Brahma, King Indra said that even though the transcendental form of the Lord is not perceivable by the material senses, his activities and his transcendental form can be understood. The Lord's uncommon feature, uncommon activities, and uncommon beauty can be perceived even by an ordinary man. For example, when Lord Krishna appeared just like a 6 or 7-year-old boy in Vrindavan, he was approached by the resident there. There were torrents of rain, and the Lord saved the residents of Vrindavan by lifting Govardhan hill and resting it on the little finger of his left hand for 7 days. This uncommon feature of the Lord should convince even materialistic person who want to speculate to the limit of their material senses. The activities of the Lord are pleasing to experimental vision also. But impersonalists will not believe in his identity because they study the personality of the Lord by comparing their personality to his. Because men in this material world cannot lift a hill, they do not believe that the Lord can lift one. They accept the statements of Srimad Bhagavatam to be allegorical, and they try to interpret them in their own way. But factually, the Lord lifted the hill in the presence of all the inhabitants of Vrindavan, as corroborated by great acharyas and authors like Vyasadeva and Narada. Everything about the Lord, his activities, pastimes, and uncommon features should be accept it as is. And in this way, even in our present condition, we can understand the Lord. In the instance here in King Indra confirm, your presence with 8 hands is as good as your presence with 4 hands. There is no doubt about it. Hare Krishna Mataji, Damra Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथा मह्यं तथान्ति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी शिष्यशून्य पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। इंद्र उवाच इदम् अपि अच्युत विश्वभावनं वपुरानन्दकरं मनोदृशाम् सुरविद्विक्षपणैरुधायुतैर् भुजदण्डैरुपपन्नमस्तभिः। Translation. King Indra said, "My dear Lord, your transcendental form with 8 hands and weapons in each of them appears for the welfare of the entire universe, and is very pleasing to the mind and eyes. In such a form, your Lordship is always prepared to punish the demons who are envious of your devotees." Hare Krishna. So here, Lord King Indra is actually Krishna, right? And in the word-to-word translation, we can see that means infallible. So what are the other reasons why Krishna is called Achyuta? Those who studied Bhagavad Gita, you know. Why Krishna is called Achyuta?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Krishna is called Achyuta because he never fails from his position, whatever character he may play. And secondly, he never fails to reciprocate his devotees.
Yeah, so when Krishna came as the chariot driver of Arjuna, even though he is Supreme Personality God, he doesn't fall from that position. He became a driver, like sometimes we drive for our friends, we take them out, doesn't mean you become a driver for them. So Krishna never falls from the position of being the Supreme Personality of God and Govinda Madhi Purusham, right? Even though he became a chariot driver, or when he carries Nanda Baba's slippers on his head, or when he carries the gopas on his shoulders, he doesn't become smaller than them, or he doesn't fall from the position of being the Supreme Personality of God. And the second reason, as Mata said, he never fails to reciprocate to his devotees. Yes, so Krishna always reciprocates to his devotees. Only one condition, like for the gopis, he could not reciprocate, but he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take care of it. And what is the other reason? There's one more reason why Krishna is called Achyuta. Yes.
Mata, he doesn't come under the 3 modes.
Yes, so that means he doesn't fall from the position. That means he doesn't fall into the material world like us. Even though when Krishna appears, Janma Karma Jame Divyam, right? That's what 4th chapter 9th sloka says. Janma Karma Jame Divyam Evam Yovedi Tatvata Yaktva Deham Punar Janma Naiti Mameti Sarjuna. Janma Karma Jame Divyam. What do you mean by Divyam? Transcendental. So Krishna's form, activities, appearance, everything is transcendental. Means above the 3 modes. He doesn't, we fall, we are Achyuta, we fall from the material, spiritual world to material world. But Krishna appears like the sun, it just appears and disappears. So he's always there. So he's transcendental. So that is another reason why Krishna is addressed here as Achyuta. So King Indra addresses Krishna as Achyuta, that he doesn't fall from being in his supreme position. Now he appeared in which form now? 8 hands, right? And weapons. And we know the Shankha Chakra Gada Padma form. And also Lord displayed this 800 form to someone else. Who else saw this 800 form?
Sarvabhauma
Sarva Bhattacharya was 600 form. That was 600 form that was. Like 2 hands with flute, 2 hands with bow and arrow, and 2 hands with kamandalu and danda. But the 800 form Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed to somebody. You know? It was a funny pastime.
To the Brahmana.
Mataji.
Yeah, to the Brahmana who came, and Nimai, small Nimai came and stole his offering. You remember? A Brahmana came to Sachimata's house, and then 3 times he tried to prepare prasadam. But each time he prepared and prayed to Gopal, baby Nimai used to escape from somewhere and come and take the prasadam. So many times, so 3 times it happened that Brahmana, it was late night, he left. He's like, I'm not preparing anymore. But then Nimai is like, you are calling me every time Gopal, Gopal, so I'm coming. I'm your Gopal. And then baby Nimai showed the 8-handed form. So in the 8th hand, what all he had? Does anyone remember what all the Lord was holding in that 8 hands? Okay, 2 hands he was having flute. With 2 hands he was holding the flute. With 2 hands he was holding bow and arrow, that as Lord Ramchandra. And 2 hands he was having danda and kamandalu, that is like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that means 6. The 2 hands he was eating butter. There's a cute form. If you go to, even in Mayapur it's there, but I've seen this form in Vrindavan, they have made and kept. It is in that Imli Tal. You remember that when you do parikrama near the Yamuna, so there's an Imli Tal where there's a tree where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. So in that temple, they have carved this painting that the Lord with 2 hands eating butter, 2 hands holding flute, 2 hands having bow and arrow, and 2 hands kamandalu and danda. So that is the 8-handed form of the Lord. So this 8-handed form was shown to the Nimai's house, and the Lord revealed to him. Okay, so here it is said, even though the Lord comes in 8-handed form or 4-handed form, it's all transcendental. Okay, so this appearance with 8 hand is as real as the 4-handed form. But in Vishwarupa chapter, we saw that Arjuna was bewildered and he wanted to see the 4-handed. Then the Lord came in the 2-handed form. Whereas the Lord appeared in the 4-handed form. Is there any other place where the Lord came in that form, 4-handed?
Gopis
Bhishma,
when they were
Bhishma.
dancing.
To Devaki and Vasudeva.
Devaki and Vasudeva, good. So when
Bhishma.
Devaki, when Krishna appeared in the jail in Krishna Janmastan in Mathura, so even there he appeared in the 4-handed form, no, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, and later on he became a baby form. Okay, then somebody said about the gopis. Yes, when in Rasa Leela, when Krishna disappeared and he appeared in the 4-handed form, and the gopis paid obeisances and asked, "Did you see our Krishna?" And in front of Radharani, the 2 hands fell down. Okay, another place.
Bhishma, that is Bhishma, Bhishma, Bhishma.
To Bhishma Dev, Krishna was in the Parthasarathi form, right? 2-handed form. That's why he got Sarupya Mukti. In the battlefield, Bhishma saw Krishna in the 2-handed form actually. Okay, Narad Muni. Yes, Narad Muni have seen that 4-handed form. Okay, when Lord Vamanadev, okay, when Vamanadev appeared, he actually appeared in he became a dwarf form, okay, the 2-handed small dwarf form. So this shows that the 4-handed form is also the expansion of Krishna. That means Narayana or Vishnu is also expansion of Krishna himself. Okay, so here Lord Brahma says it's very difficult. The transcendental form of the Lord is beyond the power of our senses. Can you put in the chat what is another name of Krishna, because he's beyond the power of senses? Our blunt senses cannot understand Krishna. Krishna's form is transcendental and is beyond the power, or is above the 3 modes, so it's transcendental. Yes, Sri Devi Mataji got it. So what is another name of Krishna that because we are not able to understand? Yeah, Adokshaja, right? Adokshaja means he's transcendental, he's above the 3 modes, or he's beyond the power of our senses. Means we won't be able to understand Krishna with these blunt senses. That's what Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 17, verse 136 also says. Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Naba Vetrahyam Indriye Seven Mukhehi Chihvato Swayam Eva Sarada. In Bhakti Rasamrita, Ata Shri Krishna Nama Adi. Okay, that means Krishna's name, form, pastimes, qualities cannot be able to understood by material senses. Napaved Grahyam Indriye. Shri Radha Govind ki jai, Gauravantai ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So it's not, we won't be able to understand Krishna with our blunt senses. Seven Mukhihi Jihvato Swayameva Sparatida. We have to include a tongue in the Krishna conscious service, like chanting the holy name, honoring Krishna Prasad. Swayam Eva Sparatya. Krishna will reveal to you slowly. Right? It's not easy. So here you can see Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Okay, therefore, material senses cannot appreciate Krishna's holy name, form, quality, pastime. When a conditioned soul is awakened to Krishna consciousness and renders service by using his tongue to chant the Lord's holy name and taste the remnants of Lord's food, then the tongue is purified, one gradually come to understand who Krishna really is. Okay, so to understand, Lord Brahma says it's very difficult to understand with our material senses. Lord Brahma prays also later on that in the 10th canto we can see that I'm not able to understand you, Krishna. Naham jana. It might be people know you. People might say, oh, I know Krishna, I know him, I know that. But I don't know you. Because the more we know about Krishna, we know that we don't know anything about him. Right? So, Ata Shri Krishna Nam Adi. So, first is name, then Rupa, then quality and pastime. One Mataji was saying she chants the holy name and she meditates on the Rupa of the Lord. But that cannot be done artificially. It will come, it has to come. If we artificially do, what happens? We forget to hear the Nama. So we should try to hear the Nama. That is the first stage. First we have to hear the Nama, every name. And then slowly the Rupa, then the qualities and pastimes. So here, Lord Indra says, it's very difficult to understand Krishna in his original form because he is transcendental to the three modes. He is adokshaja. Okay, he is above. Transcendental form of the Lord is beyond the power of our senses. So it's not, we won't be able to realize the Lord. That's possible only with the help of a spiritual master. So in reply to that, now King Indra is saying that although the transcendental form of the Lord is not perceived by the material senses, his activities and form can be understood even by common people. The Lord, because an ordinary man, right? Because we just need faith. Love to see the Lord. So Lord's uncommon features, uncommon activities, uncommon beauty, everything can be understood only by our bhakti. Bhakti amamba vijanati, no, not by anything else. So when Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill also. So here Indra and Lord Brahma. So who, when they tease each other, who do you think is a better devotee? Lord Indra or Brahma?
Brahma.
Why? Why
Lord
not
Indra Mataji.
Yeah, I want
Indra
the
Mataji.
reason.
Indra doesn't separated the devotee
Indra.
from Krishna, but
Yeah.
Brahma
They
separated
came
the
together
devotee
in
from
fact.
Krishna.
Yeah,
Indra.
so what happens, once Narad Muni wanted to know who's the best devotee. So he went to Brahma. So it's told Narad Muni said to Brahma, oh, you're my father. You're the best devotee of the Lord. Brahma is like, how can you say I'm the best devotee? I separated Krishna from his friends, cowherd friends and calves for 1 year. No, you know the Brahma Vimohan Leela. So Brahma kidnapped the boys and Krishna expanded, that's another thing. But still Krishna missed them, or Brahma separated Krishna's friends from Krishna. So Brahma said, I'm not a good devotee, Indra is a devotee, nice devotee. So why? Because Indra didn't separate them. When Indra's the Govardhan hill pastime happened, all of them, the Gopas, Gopis, everyone were under Govardhan hill for 7 days. 7 nights and 7 days. They were like having a lockdown. Normally, Gopis will see Krishna during the evening, night, and Gopas in the morning. So they wait. Now the Gopis do Surya Puja so that, oh Surya, please settle down fast so that we can see our Krishna. And Gopas, they pray to moon. They're saying that, oh moon, please don't appear now because we want to be with Krishna. But during the 7 days of in Govardhan hill pastime, Gopas, Gopis, all were there with Krishna. 24 hours they were saying Krishna. So in that way, Brahma says, no, Indra is a great devotee. But that's a quality of a great devotee that they never say that I'm a great devotee, right? Like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that I am more fallen than the worm in the stool. So similarly, the great devotees never say they are great devotees. So Indra said, you see Srimad Bhagavatam. From first canto till last, I am always creating problem with the Lord. How can I be a nice devotee? So Narad Muni had to go from there also. So Brahma was not agreeing to be a nice devotee. Indra was also not agreeing to be a nice devotee. Okay. Then he went to Prahlad. Narad Muni went to Prahlad. And what did Prahlad Maharaj say? How can I be a nice devotee? When Narasimha Devi appeared, I didn't even give him some seat to sit. So he sat on the throne of my father. I didn't give him anything to drink. So he drank the blood of my father. And I didn't give him a garland. He took the intestine of my father and made garland. So how can I be a nice devotee? So Prahlad is like, I'm also not a nice devotee. Okay. And Hanuman, everybody said Hanuman is a nice devotee. Why? Because what was the bhav with which Hanuman was serving the Lord Ram? Which rasa he was in?
Dasya.
Right? Hanuman never sit simply. Even one moment of service, Hanuman never leave. So there's a nice story where once Lakshman went to Mother Sita and complained, this Hanuman is not letting us serve Lord Ram. Always he's there around, every service he's doing. Now we want to serve. All three brothers with Mother Sita made a resolution that Hanuman will not be given any service, we only will serve. And they were around him. So Hanuman was so disappointed. Hanuman was not knowing what was happening. So he saw every service was taken. Now what the service was left? You know what service did Hanuman take? Does anyone know? Every
When
service.
Lord Rama was yawning, he kept his mouth.
Yeah, that means he is told there is no service to Lord Ram. Okay, when Lord Ram yawns, I will snap my fingers. Lord never yawns. But this also is a service. So why did he take that service? So that he can be near to Lord Ram. Wherever Lord Ram goes, he can be with him. Even in his bedroom, Hanuman was there. Every time, even at night. Because you don't know when Lord will yawn. And everybody is like, what service did he take? Hanuman took this service. But the whole day, Lord Ram did not yawn. But Hanuman was beside him. Then Lord Ram went to sleep. So Mata Sita is like, now you go. Now he won't yawn. He's already sleeping. So Hanuman was meditating on Lord Ram. He was like, when will my Lord get up and what if he yawns in the middle of the sleep? So what did Hanuman do? Went to the next room and he started snapping his fingers in meditation. He was meditating Lord Ram and snapping his fingers. On the other room, Lord Ram's mouth got opened. He could not close because when Lord Ram yawns, he will snap. So he went on snapping, that Lord Ram's mouth did not close. And all the sages, everyone came, what happened to Lord Ram? What happened? Nobody could understand. Later on, they understood that Hanuman is in deep meditation in his service. He's so involved in the service that he was snapping fingers and he stopped snapping. The Lord was all right. So Lord was just showing that you can't break the seva bhava of Hanuman, whatever you do. So everybody, they agreed that whatever happens, let Hanuman serve you. So Hanuman got the service back. So in that way, Hanuman is the best devotee. But Hanuman is like, I'm not a best devotee. Why? I burnt the whole Lanka with my tail and I could not save Mata Sita. Because of me, my Lord suffered so much. I could not save Mata Sita. So in that way, Hanuman also didn't agree to be the nice devotee. So finally, where did Narad Muni reach? Who would be the best devotees?
Gopis.
Yeah, he went to Vrindavan and from there he understood the gopis and among them Radharani, right? Aradita. So she's the topmost devotee of the Lord. So finally Narad Muni went there. Okay. So to understand Lord's features, we have to become a devotee of the Lord. Okay. So uncommon feature of the Lord is cannot be conceived by us. We cannot understand him. Okay. Only by our devotional service will we be able to understand. And that too by a help of an acharyas. You can see the great acharyas and authors like Vyasdev, Narada. So our parampara comes from them, right? Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. So under a bona fide spiritual master, we'll be able to understand Krishna. So here he is saying that your presence with 8 hands is as good as the presence with 4 hands. So Krishna's activities are transcendental and the knowledge about Krishna is also transcendental. So I'll stop with this where Bhaktivinoda Thakur says Vidya Vilasa. In that song he says Jada Vidya Chata Mayara Vaibhava Tumara Bachana Pata. Jada Vidya. The knowledge we have, it's all Jada. It's not the real knowledge. Okay. And then the so-called knowledge in the world, flickering potency of illusionary energy of Maya. And this will impediment to devotional service. The more we get material knowledge, what happens? The more we tend to go behind money and fame and position. But then we'll go against from devotional service. So the real knowledge is knowledge about Krishna, okay, and soul and matter. That is what Sankhya philosophy also says. But the more we know about material nature, we go away from Krishna. Maya will trap us. So Jada Vidya is actually Maya. Jada Vidya is Maya. But if you use that Jada Vidya in Krishna service, then it is Yukta Vairagya. That's the best type of service we can ever do, right? Otherwise, the knowledge on a non-devotee is like a jewel on the head of a cobra. A cobra having a jewel is actually, they are more poisonous. So they have knowledge, but they use it in terrorism and so many other things. But then if a devotee uses it in Krishna service, it is called Yukta Vairagya. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. So please try to go and break your fast, okay, before 10 if you can. So because breaking the fast is very important than following Ekadashi, it is said, the parent time. So please try to break the fast at the right time. So anything to add? Any questions, any comments? Or we can end here. Hare Krishna. So please keep reading. It's very important. We cover only one sloka a day. It's not enough. You have to keep reading yourself. Have swadhyay. Okay. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarupesya kripa sindhubhe. Patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo Anantkodi Vaishnava ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat
Dhanyavad.
Pranam. Hare Krishna.